Hey, how's it going, everyone? Hope you all had a great day today if you traded. We have FOMC minutes today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. As you can see right here, this is Eastern Time. I am in the Eastern Time Zone, right? I live in New York. So today we're going to go over today's intraday price action. We'll touch upon the overnight session and the making of the daily plan. So today's daily plan is now in frame. These two green zones, two red zones. Now, if you guys have watched yesterday's video or just keep up with the community tab or follow me on StockTwits, you would know that the overnight low was at a buy zone, right? So today was the third trading day in a row, I should say, that I was able to take my trades and finish my day before the cash session opened. Cash session is 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 5, depending on who you ask and whatever. So before we get into the trade, I'll show my trade and whatnot. Let's go over the making of the daily plan. So as always, I start my daily plan with my TPO chart. Let me bring it into frame. Alright, so TPO charts, also called time price opportunity charts, also called market profile charts. I come and see what London did, right? I don't trade the London session, and I want to catch up and see what the session did relative to where we are in the auction. That's why we use the TPO charts. It makes the current market auction more palatable for us, and it's just a simple, quick look at the profiles, right? Let me get my pen, 1 second. Each one of these are profiles. Each session, whether it be overnight session, as we have right here, or cash session as we have here, regardless, they're profiles. Each session has its own market profile. So we look at the tops of the profiles, the bottoms, value area lows, value area highs, points of control, and this helps us figure out whether we're trading in balance, maybe trading out of balance. We could be cleaning structure or leaving structure behind of us, right? This is all to get a context of what is going on in the auction, see where market participant sentiment is lying, or how participants are positioned, all that fun stuff. So from here, I take a look at the transacted volume. Bear with me, I'm just dragging that off the chart. There we go. And I start with my 4-hour footprint chart. So if you're unfamiliar with footprint charts, again, what we're looking at is transacted volume. Just go to the home of the YouTube page, and I have a quick video going over how I have these configured. So things that I look at here is, well, I want to see if there is any positions, whether it be a big bid, a big offer. Is an offer walking down on the tape? Is a bid trying to walk up on the tape? Do we have a passive buyer who's just sitting at a position and absorbing, maybe a passive seller? We kind of touch on aggressive. Do we have areas that we traded through rather super quickly and don't have too much volume traded there? And we get all this context, we make a note of it, and we know where it is, and then put that in context with what we already saw in the TPO to help build our context between different tools that we use. So I'll annotate the TPO charts. I come here, annotate the 4-hour footprints, and then from here I come to my daily chart and I do the same exact thing. Where do we have a large offer, large bid? Is either side trapped? All that fun stuff. Same exact thing we did here, just a bigger time frame so we could check out different time framed participants. So I post the makings of the daily plans every day on YouTube through the community tab as well as here on StockTwits. So here's my trade. We'll take a look at that on the charts. So mark up the TPO chart, and this is how it kind of looks like when I mark up the footprint charts, right? So before getting into my trade itself, let's talk about why I took a trade. So I actually listed it out here. I also posted again on the community tab. Let's have this opened like this so we could read what I wrote. Goodness, come on. But actually look at this on the charts. So I said, why did I go long where I did? Well, first, let's just touch on where I longed. I was long from 97 3/2, or maybe 97 halves. Again, we'll take a look. So down here, right? So when we look at yesterday's cash session, we closed over here. And what do we see? We see a good amount of volume transacted over here, right? Does that mean I'm longing? Because this was the low of day was, oh, I'm sorry. Over here was when we were closing. So we close with a lot of volume here at the lows, with a bid, with exhaustion. Am I going long? There was actually my bread and butter A+ setup, everything lined up except time of day, but I was actually taking care of other things that I wasn't at my computer. Again, I was done pre-market, so I wasn't really trying to expose any more risk. But coming into this morning, I know that there's a lot of volume built here. I see what the overnight session has done so far, and I see we're continuing to transact some volume down here. We have a bid moving up on the tape. Again, we have that exhaustion. Perfect. We transact back into here, and these buyers are still active. So 1, we're at a inflection point that I want to be active at. 2, we see buyers have accumulated a position. And 3, right, I'm not entering because I see a buying imbalance. I'm not entering because I see a buying imbalance at a buy zone. I want to make sure that the majority of these positions, whether it be retail or whomever, are getting stopped out, and I want to enter on the stop out. Extend this left, we see peaks below 0 print, right? 0 print is important. We have it here on the 4-hour, we had it on the 30-minute, and even had it on the 5-minute. Why is this important? I said here, just simple market auction theory. There's, this isn't the only thing that has to do with market auction theory. There's other things, but this is a form of it. And that's being that no one wants to transact down here. Why do I know that? Well, we have 0 lots transacted over here. And if no one wants to transact here, well, the market's going to go to where people are happy to transact. And when we look left, we already know people are happy to transact in this little channel or high volume area, whatever you would like to call it. So to me, the risk to reward is very, very good. So I took the long. Now, I'm taking this, reading the tape and other things that I teach in the room, using the footprint and whatnot. But simplified, that is it. So I took 1 stop out when I took this long, and then I re-entered and was able to catch my move. So let me just make this bigger, and this is a 5-minute footprint chart. So we're breaking up each of these 5-minute candles and looking at the transacted inside of them. So again, this was pre-market. I believe it was 6:30-ish, maybe 7 o'clock. Yep. All right. So my original entry was not the best. We had a 0 print here. I saw more volume over here. I liked it. Got stopped out, as I said. No problem. Risk 3 points, lose 3 points here. I re-enter. I see still 0 print. We're trapping short sellers down here. Fuel for run now. I re-enter, right? Buying imbalance is moving up now. First time we've seen a buying imbalance moving up on the tape. I am entered. And then I take, between these 2 partials, I took off half of my original position. This first partial, though, was at my 2R, so 6 points right there. I took 25% off, and then just a little bit greedy, I saw that would likely travel a little bit higher at least, so I took off the other 25%. So again, this is 50% off of my original position for net a little bit over 1R. So I made up for this losing trade. I made up for all the commissions between the 2 trades, and I'm up a little bit in profit. Stop, move to break even. No matter what now, I'm green on the day. It's all gravy, as the kids say, right? So right here is 3R, or 9 points. Here I took off 90% of the trade, just holding very, very little now. Right, that was pretty much my final target, but I had an idea that we could keep on running, and we did. So I went all out here. Again, this was very, very small size left over, and I held this for, I think, 16 points. So quite a good amount of R there, even though it was on small size. And that was it. That was my trading today. I'm not one to like to expose risk. If I do take another trade, if I were to take another trade, it would be super small size. I would never have this green day go to red, right? That's just my personal risk profile. I'm not one to, again, expose a whole bunch of risk. I just want to touch on one thing actually. Let me pause and I'll bring it up. Alright, over here. Well, first I would like to say thank you to everyone who has been subscribing. It does mean a lot for the support. But what I want to touch on is over here. Cash Out to Win, who's been a long-time viewer, subscriber, commented the other day, yesterday, right? Yeah. If you awake that early to trade, so well, I got to get to it, right? He says he's joining the room soon. And I kind of talk about this sometimes, but trading, I think everyone knows trading is difficult, and you have to put in the work. So I'm not coming in early necessarily to trade. I come in early. TPO Charts has a replay feature. I'll rewatch tape. I start planning for my day, right? I create those daily plans. I'm typing out in the Discord server my current read of what's going on. I'm sending out those annotated charts. If I am taking a trade in the morning, I'm typing out, I'm waiting for this, I'm looking for this, kind of if-thens, right? If this buyer is still active, I'm going to look to join on them, with them rather. So again, I just want to say I'm not coming here to trade necessarily. These past few days we have been trading near inflection points, so I do trade. But I'm coming in and I'm putting in the work. Even though I'm at the point now where I do this for a living, that doesn't mean I'm done and I can stop grinding, right? Every day that you're not, or every day you're not putting in the work, someone else is, and they're getting better than you, right? I'm constantly refining my edge, right? I have my bread and butter set up, but I still have to know how to read the tape. I still have to know what's going on in the auction. I also say, trades can have the perfect framework, right? I have this on my 4-hour, I have this on my 35, whatever, but it needs the context too, and you have to be on top of what's going on, rather than giving away, an R here or an R there on a trade, because you're set up, but not at, somewhere where you should be active when you look at the key inflection points on the daily and stuff like that. So Cash Out to Win, I'm excited to have you soon, but just because you join the room, I teach you order flow, TPO, and this doesn't go to just you, of course, this is to everyone. It's not the holy grail. You need to put in the work. So literal rant over. If you guys are interested in this approach, TPO, footprint, obviously order flow, right? That's footprint, market auction theory. I do have that small mentorship group on Discord. Only a few of us. It's only meant to be a small room. If it ever were to, have too many people, I would cut it, right? Everyone has the necessary time. You could ask questions. I post those annotated charts, but I also upload videos on the website every day before open, going over the daily plan tab, what I was saying in there, the levels, the reasoning for them. Some people learn better with annotations. Some people learn better in a video format, so I have both. How I do market recaps here, I do market recaps there, obviously go into more detail and all that stuff. Now, if you're a successful trader and don't like the noise that some rooms may provide, you can just have access to the daily plan tab. You won't have access to those videos, but you will have the annotations. I can compare my reading to the markets to yours. Again, I hope you all had a green day today. I will see you guys in the next market recap.